Blue-red Kiki. What is this called? Blue-red Kiki Flash. 2 games to wrap up the night. Alright, that should be good. We've got our cards here. We're going to play a little bit of this. I'm not going to play a league because I don't know how many games we'll get in and what the time frame of these games will be. But we'll definitely get a couple Q games in here. If you can't pay for it twice, then they can't afford it. Do you want me to comment as you play, or do you want to just try it out? I tend to play a little quicker than most people like. I can slow down my gameplay. We can have a chat about it as we go. I will attempt to find the lines myself, though, for the most part. For the most part. All right, 4 Steam Vents, 4 Scalding Tarns, 1 Mystic Sanctuary, 4 Misties. We're basically looking at you're able to fetch 1 Singleton Mystic Sanctuary if you want it. Otherwise, you're fetching Steam Vents. And this is, sorry, 3 Steam Vents, 2 Sulfur Falls. So 2 non-fetchables, 3 non-fetchables, 4 non-fetchables in the deck. Just something to note. 22 lands. We have 12 spells here. Opt Peak for cantripping and checking out things. Spell Snare because it's reasonable in the meta currently, and Lightning Bolts. And now we got some cards that I'm not as familiar with. All right, Brineborn Cutthroat. Merfolk Pirate flashing in. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, put a counter on it. Okay, so as we flash things in, or as we're cantripping or bolting them, countering them, this little dude getting much bigger. 2-drop, that is our Tarmogoyf. We are a tempo-based deck because you're seeing a Remand in here, so Remanding will be the thing. Snapcaster Bolt. Bolt, Snapcaster Bolt will make this guy grow. That's something we can probably do. Opt, Snapcaster Opt, Snapcaster and Pestermites or something like that. So we got the kind of lower curve here, it seems. Pestermite is your combo with Kiki. We don't have any deceivers, just noting that. So all of our combo pieces are X and 1, susceptible to removal, such as Bolt. We have Brazen Borrower, and this has an instant speed return target non-land permanent and opponent controls to its hand. Again, going with the tempo theme, which makes perfect sense. And then it itself can be flashed in, and then, let's see, can block only creatures. So this is a tempo Vendilion Click-esque card. A couple Force Negations, Cryptic Commands, Kiki-jiki for the combo, and a Sinkhole. Sideboard, we got a Click in here, a couple Angers for those aggros, Spell Pierce for the non-creature matchups, Blood Moon, we know how to use that card, Braids for some artifacts, and Crackling Drakes, what would be my guess of Jund and Control. Let's find a player, shall we? Yeah, and I think others might enjoy your commentary as well. So, you know, this guy here. Oh, Cal Momo, you messed up here, John. Unless that's you, that. You're probably John, but you know, in case you're not John. All right, 2 lands seems good. Got a couple flashy things in here and a mega removal spell. Hand seems reasonable to keep. I don't see anything wrong with keeping 2 lands and a bunch of 2-drops. John, someone else? All right, so you missed out. You almost had the entire Goldfish page. We've done that with our Red Prison lists before it became super popular. 2018, February to April. Pretty much dominated. That Hollow One Grixis Death Shadow Humans meta. Glorybringer all the way. Alright. We'll see how this goes. This is an experiment. Again, first time out with this. I could see playing this a few other times as well. And if you're like desperately wanting some of these cards, I will plug that we did get our little affiliate thing. So TCG Player, there's a link down below in the panels if you're curious. Gets you there. I don't even know if it works. So if you don't want to buy from them, that's fine too. I don't know if it works. Let's see how this one runs. This might be a list that I take a little bit further and play it in a league or something in the future. But 1324 Timmy 1324 is AFK currently, so we'll just have a conversation. It totally works. It works. I don't know if it assigns it to me. I don't know. Like, if you were to purchase something, I don't know if it goes, okay, it's associated with you or not. I know the link goes to TCG. That's obvious. The question is, if you were to buy something, if it would work. Uh-oh. Neo brand is kind of an annoying deck. All right. Play Scalding Tarn. Just kind of leaving something up of value here. Cryptic is a little ways away. We're going to hope they don't just combo me here. Feels combo-esque right here with the Yamavaya Coast. That is a card that Neo Brand does run. I'm hoping that my opponent is not rude with Neoform. Correction, it is not Neoform. It is but an annoying little Tweedlestorm. Luckily, we have a Remand, I guess? By the way, Blood Moon hoses this deck. Yeah, this deck is always called Tweedlestorm. I understand the card is not called Tweedle. Doesn't matter. That's what I'm calling it. Alright, Steam Vents here. Gonna shock this one in for sure. And then we're just gonna play at a instant speed. So what are you doing against Tweedlestorm? I assume tempo play doesn't exactly work here because they kind of ignore it. It tempos them for a turn, but if you're not combo killing them the following turn, they just then begin their combo, I would think. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to be countering here necessarily because they have a lot of mana. So they'll sack these two, and I'm sitting here like, this isn't good. This is bad. Like, so I can counter this? What's that gonna do? Like, it forces them to use the other mana, but they still get 3 here. I can't imagine I'm supposed to counter this Dream Grip. If it was a hard counter, yes. It's a soft counter, though. I'll let the first one resolve here. It obviously gives them a lot of mana, but I'm hoping they have, like, something a little more expensive to cast here, even if it's just 2. Ideas Unbound's actually kind of a fun one to do this too. If that is their card of choice here, we'll go ahead and remand this. Try and get the Cutthroat out. Well, good example of already hitting the uh-oh button. They had another Tweedlestorm right behind it. Peer Through Depths. They are kind of low on cards here. I feel like the investment got the combo in this deck. It's so low, it'd be always tempting to leave it in. Another Peer Through Depths here. They are low on cards. This is a benefit to us. Alright, looks like we send it back. Now we just have to hope that they don't combo us, and then we can play a Cutthroat and a Bolt, it looks like. They have the ideas inbound too. Oh, they have the puppetry as well now. Land. They do have to discard some cards here. Gonna splice onto Arcane again and puppetry. There's another ideas inbound, so they have to win here or they empty their hand. They should be able to. Peer through depths, casting puppetry. It's usually more that the combo is awkward alongside Blood Moon and Cryptic. Kiki tends to be bad in most matchups. Moon is good anyway. Besides, it's nice to have for Clacking Drakes. I bring that card in against like half of the formats. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought you would have brought Crackling Drake in so often. Let's go ahead and stand up here for this game. My back's like, gotta carry this. Kiki's gonna have to help us here. Puppetry again. Peer through depths. What about that whole Flusterstorm? But yeah, Blood Moon's pretty good in this matchup. Good as a wall against creature aggro. Okay, I could see that. You get an ideas unbound here. I forget ideas unbound is a arcane. What I wouldn't give for a Flusterstorm, just saying. Okay. What else we doing here? At some point, they will make red mana. Reach through mists 3 times over here. They've cast ideas unbound 3 times, I believe. So they are looking at discarding if they fizzle here. It's a super awkward matchup for the first game. They have me dead? Fair enough. I am in Avaris's Discord. He is a team member of mine. We hang out. I tell him he's crazy sometimes. And he's like, Terminus. He has a sword. I don't have a sword. I need to work on the backdrop. The backdrop's been neglected. It's been neglected for lights. Here, let's do lights. Let's keep you guys entertained. We're going to do some lights here while we're doing this. Ooh. I have a message. You ready? Oh. Let's do it. You've entered the Twilight Zone. The backdrop has been neglected for dots. Yes. Here's a Past in Flames. Past in Flames. I think I could just F6 here. Let them just take their time. The other thing I could do is, in order to play more games, we could just concede. Do I concede here and continue playing games, or do we just let this happen? Because now they can twiddle a whole bunch, peer through depths, and get to the card that they need. Because peer through depths should go 5 cards deep, plus the ideas unbound. And they can go 15 deep here, plus that 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, a 5 to 6 to a 7 here with the reach through. It's deterministic at this point. It's deterministic. Oh, look, we got to see what they had. Look at that. All right. Blood Moons are coming in. Spell Pierces are going to come in. Sinkhole is out. Yeah, Blood Moon is really good. So these are the 4 I'm probably bringing in. Maybe a Vendilion Click, but I'm thinking that's probably a no. I need to pull something out here. You think bolts are pretty weak? Probably makes sense. I could do that and bring Vendilion Click in and take all the bolts out. Just run this. I could get behind that. We just basically want to find our Blood Moon. Yeah, Click's nice too. Alright, we'll do it. I don't think you have much else here. You're not bringing Anger in. You're not keeping Magmatic Sinkhole. Braid's hitting nothing. Crackling Drake maybe if you wanted to. But I feel like if we're getting up to 4 mana, we're basically trying to Cryptic and then just Kiki them or something. That seems like that's the line. It's kind of an uninteractive matchup here, but we'll see what we can make of it. Didn't even really look at the hand, chat. It's all this. All I saw was this. It was all blur after that. It was all blur. Such blur. If you want to see more Blood Moon decks, follow Stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You will see more. No, GNU. I did not. I'd like to play this island, please. I'd also like to get another game in, possibly. We'll see, though. We'll see. Island go. Basically, my opponent knows I am blue-red. That's all they know. That's a good one. I'm gonna hold this op for right now. He's gonna power out one of these Cutthroats probably, and then from there we'll Blood Moon and then beat him down with some 2/1 fishies. 2/1 fishies. Sanctum here. The most worrisome thing is that they have a counter of their own. They might have their own counter. Kind of afraid of a counter. So do we slam Blood Moon here or no? Oh, I want to be able to peek first. I want to so bad. We'll peek at their end step here. We'll hold Remand. See what happens. But man, do I want this to work. So afraid. They did nothing. Extra land. Where's my boil? I guess I can play Cutthroat and then do a peek. Attempt to do that. Cutthroat. Cutthroat pumps Cutthroat. Alright, and we'll peek. May I see your hand, please? Would you be so kind to show me? I'm gonna yield to these. I don't want to have to click through and get all that good stuff going. They have Grape Shot, Ideas Inbound, Peer, Psychic, Twiddle, Veil. We're online. We're online. It is a nice hand. I will give it that. But we are online for Blood Moon here. And it's probably the best card to play, because we pretty much have them dead in 2 turns. They rip a land off the top and then they just beat us. Veil. So Blood Moon it is. We do help them out with this Grape Shot. Keep in mind, if they hit a land, they could just do like a couple things. It is good to know they have a Veil of Summer, though. DDE Grand Prix. Thank you for the follow. All right, we done with. Well, we're red. We're kind of red, and I don't have the blue on. I could turn the blue on. Let's turn the blue on. I can't see over here. I can't see. Horrible overhead light on. Alright, it's white behind us right now. They peer through dubs. Let's fix the lights. Boom. Blue red. There we go. Ooh. Right there. Nails a peer through depths here. They're looking for a counter spell, like a force of negation. Here go, opponent. We are. What's up, Logical? How you doing, Logical? Wow, got the hiccups, Logical. I believe it's your fault. Leave Remand up here. Not too concerned with... Wow, that's a cool card. That's a cool card. Slow cooking in this heat? Wait. Heat? Where do you live? What? Brian's dropping them bits. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. He is the true sponsor of the stream. Three hours of entertainment, 25 bits. Best value on the internet. It's like a jukebox that just got broken. They're at 4. They're at 4. Caribbean? Do you live in the Caribbean? Or are you visiting? If you live in the Caribbean, this puts a whole new spin on my visual of Logical. Oh my gosh, he lives there. My world is like imploding right now. Interesting. I'm not sure what to make of this. I need to focus on the game. Logical, you're distracting me. Americans. Excuse me, I'm not an American. We're going to send it back. No changes. Player draw. No changes. Looking to have probably Remand and Blood Moon in hand in order to get the Blood Moon down on turn 3. Tiny little dragon. It's a tiny little dragon. How tiny? Like my head tiny, or like where am I from? Earth. It's not false. We'll keep this. We have the remand I asked for. We have the Blood Moon. We are probably going to have to slam it a little bit more this time. Waves, tiny wing, and flap flap. That sound like an answer an American would give. Gets tiny little places. What are you people talking about? Try and get a second island before moon if possible. Shoot. That's rude. That's rude. Where's my Simian Spirit Guide? Let's see here. So if I move it to their turn, each spell costs 3 or more to cast except during its controller's turn. So I almost have to just play something here. So let's just play the Cutthroat and pass turn. No real reason to leave anything up here. It won't do anything. Everything costs too much. We need them to go, safe, and not play that card. I need them to whiff hard here. Whiff hard, and I get Blood Moon down. That is a mean one. Considering your deck is flash based, that's a rough one. That is a rough one. I can't wait for winter. Boiling to normal. This is looking okay. Come on. Come on, don't untap this Lotus Field. Don't do it. Come on. Give me a turn. Give me a turn. By the way, I don't want any more second mount or islands or anything. I'm going to slam kiki-jiki here in 2 turns. Come on. Don't untap, don't untap, don't untap. Foofy foof. Hey, Last God, what's up? Oh, come on. They went to beginning of combat. Discards 3 cards from Ideas Unbound. I think we got this. I think we did. They will literally have to have Force of Negation plus Unknown card in order to survive this. We'll see, though. We'll see. And Blood Moon. Gonna hit for 2 here. Oh, it doesn't do it because of Defense Grid. You're correct. A good catch. Forgot Defense Grid is not just one-sided, it is double-sided. Dr. Blondie. Well, I gave my opponent a bit of hope, right? That's all we could truly give them. We'll play a Pestermite here. We'll just untap our own land. Doesn't really do anything currently. But basically, if we top deck a land here, we'll be good. And if we fail to top deck a land here, we'll at least have some counter magic that will be up, even through Defense Grid. Albeit unlikely to do too much. But my opponent's not doing so much here either. Shall we win the game? That's Kiki. It's Geek Majiks. Blood Moon is in the sideboard. Our poor Cutthroat this game. Don't need Cutthroat. Got there. Alright. That was a little uninteractive for sure, but it gave us a spin here at Blue-Red Kiki Flash. Geek Majiks. Let's find another opponent. Remember our conversation from yesterday? Oh man, you just made me hungry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wow, what is this? And food stream now? Food stream. Basic land shark, it's going. How are you? Find me and steal my cookies? Don't you dare. We're going to keep this horrendous hand here, but that's because I've already flooded out at this point. We're going to draw gas, gas, gas. Opt is a replacement card. And my opponent doesn't know what's about to hit him. I don't know about this card. I don't know about this card. Marin, what's up? You still around? How's it going? Duck moons? Moon ducks. Ducks moons. Moon duck. If you're enjoying the content here, we've talked about Avaros, Miracle Folks, and all of that. Marin would be a sweet one to follow as well. Checking in before you start editing. Nice. Nice. Let's go grab this basic mountain. Yeah, Bolt Carrion Feeder. Get that out of here. I just have to beat a Bloodghast right now. Seems doable. Yeah, Evan's the delivery guy. We order pizza so much, Evan knows us by our name. Why is it double duck moon? Duck duck moon? It's like duck duck goose? Confused. Varus delivers pizza. Yeah, obviously. Bottom steam vents gets a Misty. Not ideal. Bolt, though. Kind of a cool card. Combo's good in these types of matches, but these decks are rough in general. Anger of the Gods is great, but I'm light on Graveyard Hate currently. That's alright. That is okay, my friend. Let's get full value out of our Snapcaster here. Snapcaster Bolt. Let's go ahead and just chump it here. See if he wants to pass it over there. If not, perfectly fine like that. Ship. Just found a foil astrolabe. We gotta let that go quick. For sure, for sure. Go ahead and then Bolt here. Now we have Bolt, Snap, Bolt coming up. I think we just need to survive, right? It's the general gist of what we're trying to do here. The Puget, thank you for the follow. And Brian, thank you for the bits again. I don't know if I... No, I'll thank you again for the bits. I am not, but we have the person 3 posts above you in here, hanging out with us, doing some cool things. All right, we get a Cutthroat now, and we just go to town on them, right? Is that what we do here? Until end of turn, when creatures you control gain trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage, player draw a card. Cool. That's cool. All right, let's play this little dude in, and let's bolt. Cool. A peek. I do think this has a good, like, tempo-y, grindy kind of style here. It's feeling pretty nice. What's the other half of the split card? Despair. Until end of turn, creatures you control gain menace, and whenever this creature deals combat damage. Does menacing things. Rude. Rude. I've been fine. What else you got going over there, opponent? Creeping Chill, Gurmy. Okay. Double Gurmy. A Remand here. That's a cool card. Remand. Oh, this is getting real good real fast. Snapcaster Bolt them. Win the game. Just yield to this. I'm just going to autopilot this to a W. No, let me kill you. No, I want to kill you. Take them to 11, then we have a 7. 7 and a 2-1. That's 9. Oh, we wouldn't have killed them. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least. All right, Anger of the Gods are coming in for this matchup for sure. Cutthroat is pretty good, seems like. Is this a Crockling Drake matchup? Funny enough, this matchup is really good with the Blood Moon. The deck is gas, isn't it? Basic Land Shark. It's pretty sweet. Remand feels a bit weak, even though they did do that. Could probably trim 2 Remands here. Force of Negation's not getting there, that's for sure. Returning the Gurmag Angler to hand is just fine. Cutthroat is pretty sweet so far. Spell Snare probably not hitting a lot either. I don't really care about hitting a... Bloodghast. Did I find it on Reddit? The person on Reddit found me tonight, and so we're showcasing it. At this point, we're showcasing it. There you go, Calmomo. You got an audience. You asked for the deck? When did you ask for the deck, Zale? Hold on, let me sideboard. I want these 7 in. I see Pestermite as being medium, and I don't need to be peeking at their hand. When did you ask, Zale? Zale, this one's for you. I mean, I remember. I remember so very much our first moments. Drake Sweet here. I got a Drake. Do I keep this? There's a bad card. That's an okay card. Yeah, I'll keep this. Garbage Hand. Garbage Hand into Incredibleness. Carrion Feeder here, I presume. Gravecrawler does it too. Pestermite's not where we want to be. That is Calmomo. Miss M. Rackham. Let's see what else my opponent's got here. Going to second main phase. 1 swamp. Nurturing peatland here. Opt. Opt in response. Bottom Pestermite. Oh, look. Haha. Opt. Haha. Collective Brutality gets to take command, remand, or opt. When did you order them, Zale? Or did you just order them right now? They take my Cryptic. That was rude. That was very rude of them. We'll leave remand open and opt open here. Oh, Zale. You're so kind. You can tell I'm a little bit, not loopy, but a little lost tonight. I'll manage. I sort of want to remand this. I want to tempo them out. They have 3 cards left. We're just looking to hit our land drops as we can. Pestermite can tap something down and then block a Bloodghast. I was hoping the Bloodghast would stay in the hand and they didn't have another land, but they did. They did, because they had Druk. Play our land here. Plan to maybe Pestermite block Gravecrawler, potentially. Tap down probably nothing, just untap for an opt. One Kiki, one more force, and went ahead and ordered some swag ops and peaks. Swag ops and peaks. Which swag ones did you get? Manadoric, thank you for the follow. Carrion feeder here, huh? Huh? Alright, I'll let that resolve. Polluted Delta. Kiki Cutthroat. Alright, so let's go ahead and flash in a Pestermite here. I'm just going to untap. I sort of want to block and see what they would do. Let's go ahead and see what our top card is before we do that. Put on top of the library, draw. Oh, I forgot to block. My bad, opponent. Forgot to block. I'm so bad at this game. Alright, Crackling Drake's a 4/4, replaces itself. Cryptic's nice here. We'll just see if Drake can keep us alive for 1 turn, then we Kiki-jiki him. Yum's a thing. They have a land in hand. They yummed a Bloodghast here. They yum another Bloodghast here. They must kill me this turn. Bloodghast return. I can actually do this off a basic island as well, so I don't even have to fetch my final mountain. I'm not fetching or shocking here, which is really nice. I just have to live through this turn. By the way, these I actually own online randomly. Just saying. Alright, we'll block here. I'll take 6, go to 4. Oh, you want to keep Carrion Feeder around. I see. I see. Trade. Do this a bunch of times. That's fine. That's fine. Tap out. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just... My little goblin. I like this. I like this. I'm down for this. Let's get one more in here. I think we can fit one more in before the end of the stream. This is... Am I doing it right? Momo, am I doing it right? I'll keep this hand. I don't know. Looks good. I definitely get it. I got the stamp of approval. Sometimes decks just make sense to people. I tried to explain that. Wow, we got the combo and everything. I'm shocking in. We're just gonna dominate my opponent this time. I'm a brain. I'm a big brain, apparently. I'm a biggin. I'm a biggin brain. Here's where Bolt might get us with this Pestermite. Cool. I would like to blow that out, please. Boom! Get out of here. Cool. Go ahead, opponent. We'll bother them with Cutthroat here. We're playing against Storm. I feel like I can beat Storm. I feel like I can beat it. We'll grab our mountain here, making sure we have Kiki-jiki online here in a couple turns. Opponent's like, what? The one thing I miss about playing online is not getting to see my opponent's reactions. Just saying. I do label myself as a lock and control, combo control player, so this is probably why this deck is making sense to me. This is our second Storm opponent in 3 rounds. Flash must be Storm's worst nightmare? Probably. Probably. We can get nailed by an Abrade, basically, in this matchup. Or their own Remand. These are 2 cards that we need to watch out for. I will obviously be fetching a Steam Fence here. We do need to be sure we have triple red. No actions, I don't think. Yeah, we can probably opt here. It's probably fine. Bottom, because I naturally am drawing those lands. Bonus opt here. So we have a Gifts Ungiven across the way. Might remand it, might not. Can't decide. Can't decide. So, why do you think I asked if Blood Storm was in the main moon? I was told if you told me it was in the main. I definitely remand it. I definitely remand it. I actually don't think I have to. Alright, well we could win out of nowhere. Depends what my opponent does this turn. There's Baral. How greedy do I want to get here? How greedy do I want to get here? Flash in, untap, and remand. I could attempt that. If they have their own remand, I guess that's a thing. Yeah, let's do that. I like that play. I was thinking about opt remand, but flash remand seems good. Go ahead and untap this. We'll go for the remand here. Opponent might see this strictly as a tempo play and replay Baral as my mana is tapped out. And we'll slam kiki-jikis. Good call. Good line. Good stuff. Ah, they're going to make me do this. They're making me do this 'cause they're mean. 'Cause they're mean. I'm gonna do this one more time here just to be sure. And then on the last one, we'll untap here a mountain and bolt them. Sudden gut shot. Be the worst. I don't need practice. Spell Pierce and Braid seem reasonable. Magnetic Sinkhole does not seem good here. Vendilion Click's a maybe, and a Singleton Anger. Probably what I'm interested in. Peak is not doing what we want to in this matchup. Brazen Borrower actually doesn't really tempo in an appropriate fashion for this matchup either. Kind of looking at these 5, and then maybe like a Singleton like Cryptic or something. The Cryptic can probably stay in. This is just to respect and empty the Warrens, quite honestly, because we don't have like anything that board wipes easily. That'd be my kind of like line here. Magnetic Sinkhole could be something that punishes my opponent. I think I like this line with one cryptic in here, getting taken out. If we're getting to 4 mana, we're hopefully just comboing them. Pestermite's going to have to be a tempo play. Our Cutthroats are definitely going to do some damage. Extra removal here. Yeah, I like this. This makes the most sense. Looks good. We got the stamp of approval. Heading to battle. Momo's like, forward, Fluffy. This hand looks garbage. Alright, we have a kiki-jiki, so because we have kiki-jikis here, we look at these 6 to determine if this hand is keepable, or if we believe we can hit a better 6. In this case, I do need probably my second land. Deck has 22 lands, I believe, in it. Probability of hitting these lands is looking at 50%, then 75, then 80. 80 to hit it on turn 3. We can't do that, though. That's way too low. Let's mulligan this. Hands gas, we'll keep it. We'll send back an island. Removal, spell pierce, counters a non-creature spell. We got it all. And even with the odds, I like just pitching a land here because everything in this hand is excellent against Storm. So let's make it happen. Quick maths. 22, you're looking at 21 lands remaining in the deck. You had 53 cards, roughly approximately 50% off the first one. And then you do continuous, what is it, end to the so much combinations. You want 2 lands, makes sense. This is how aggressive I want to be here. Opponent mold. Serum Vision sets them up with something here. Just take them off that. Opponent's not playing Baral here on turn 2. It's going to open up our Cutthroat here. I also have the Abrade. I'm expecting in some ways fetch, then land, and Baral leaving Remand open. We'll attempt to Abrade at end step, but if they remand that, then we can re-Abrade. If they don't remand that, then we clear the Abrade, and then we'll have Cutthroat and Bolts to follow. Cutthroats plus Bolt look like a very fast clock, and so I'd rather have those than this Abrade. We'll see, though. Electromancer. Before they give us any other priorities, we clear it, and we pass turn to us. Land here looks good. Pass to them. Super aggressive. You're a tempo deck. Wouldn't you want to be aggressive here? I would think you'd want to be. I'm doing this one a little too early. I'm going to shock in here. Do Cutthroat here, see if this resolves. If it does, I'll go ahead and opt as well to grow this on their turn so we hit them for a bolt worth of damage. It's a good call. Bottom of the land, we get a Sanctuary. Cool. That's nice. Wow. Alright, I'll play Sanctuary here. We'll just hit them for some damage here, and then next turn, bolt, 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 bolt. Bolt, 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 bolt. Serum Visions, that's fine. Paying attention to your opponent's mulligans, then determining if like a Serum Visions or other cantrip would probably benefit them more than anything is certainly worth considering. All right, so Bolt here. Opponent's deck should have a Braids and or other ways to deal with this. So we might be got here with an Abrade. So if I were to go ahead and follow this up with another Bolt, it won't keep this alive, unfortunately. So I think we can wait. And I might actually just cantrip this Islet. Though having 2 Bolts is kind of nice. We'll wait to cantrip it here. If I don't really hit anything crazy, we'll look at doing something. Alright, Spell Snare. It's good. Counter 2. Wish I had that a turn earlier. That can never lead to anything good. No, not having it. Pestermite here. Alright. Pestermite's flash and flying. It's not as lethal as a Cutthroat. Desperate Ritual here. Let's see where this goes. Gifts and Given. So I can hit them for 6, 7, 8 here. We'll put them to 4. This one's gonna be a close one. Alright. We will give them draw card plus Past in Flames here. We'll Pestermite, untap, and hit them with 1 bolt here. I'm not going to do the other one. That's a good reason to have not done the other one. So if we don't just die here, I think we can kill them next turn. Bolt might be necessary for like a Baral. We have a Canal played. We have a Ritual here. We're going to see a second Ritual here, I think. 4 mana and empty. Okay. So here, we can Cutthroat, bolt them, grow Cutthroat. And we might just draw here looking for Snapcaster, Bolt. A couple cards are lethal here. Let's go ahead and draw to see if we can get there. I kind of want to draw again. I want to hit a Bolt right here. I'm so greedy. I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it. Alright. We'll attack with everything. We do have a Spell Snare that probably helps us out here off this Manamorphose. Obviously, they have to at least chump block. They're blocking with 2 here. We have lethal in the air. We'll see if our 2 gets us there. We are representing a counterspell, a Remand specifically. I like this. This list comes together. Fiery Islet. Redraw. So we know Manamorphose Past in Flames currently. This is really cute. We let this resolve and give them hope. No, you did it. Slow rolled. Slow rolled. I gave them a chance to win. They literally have to cast a 2-mana spell to continue. It is preventing losing to a Bolt, probably. Yes, Ritual with that one on the stack. How would they Ritual with that one on the stack then? Like if I Spell Snared the Baral, then they just start Ritualing? We just saw the dark side of Fluffy. I'm not dark. Nowhere near it. Hey, thank you for the follow. That was a nice solid little slow roll. Felt good. Let's see here. We usually go to about 10:30. It is 10:18, which means we can chat about the list a little bit and get to know Calmomo. Or we could run probably one more queue. We could also talk about what you would maybe do for different matchups. Depends on what you guys and gals want here. They could ritual in response to the snare, which would bring them to 4 mana. Then they could cast Past in Flames and go off. They could ritual in response to the snare. So in this situation, you're saying, because I have one unknown card in hand, so Baral was on the stack, and they had one land open, and they already played a land for the turn. I'm not following. They have no mana to ritual with snare on the stack. Correct. They can't ritual with Baron, stack, or snare. No. I said you should not let Baral resolve. Snare Baral. No. I would never. I would, in this situation, it's almost 100% to win. It would 100% to win here if you let Baral resolve there. Like 100%. Because we know these two cards, so we know Past in Flames and an unknown card here, and we know that when this resolves and they have one land open, they have to play a 2-mana spell. There's literally, in Storms 75, no card that gets them out of that. As soon as this is resolving with 1 mana up, we're good to go. Because we have a spell snare. Yeah, we knew these two cards because these are from gifts. We gave them that a lot earlier. But even when they do Manamorphose here, this has to resolve to add the 2 mana. So they're having to pay the mana. And now Manamorphose is cleared from the hand, and they have Past in Flames and one unknown card. Even if it was a ritual, it can't be cast. They have no mana. I don't mind talking it out, though. Helps us all be better Magic players. Let's play one more. This will be the last match of the night. Play one more. Playing one more. Alright, hand is an oddball. We'll just keep it. No cantrips, Cutthroat, little land heavy. Gonna top deck like a champ. Logical. One more. No more. One more. Ah! Yeah, we counted the mana spell. We're not concerned. Yeah, no mana up. It's good to talk through it, though, so that we can both understand the line and see if there is an out. I'm pretty confident there isn't, but that makes us both better Magic players by knowing whether there was an out or not. All right, so we have combo piece number 1 in hand. Looking for combo piece number 2. Harder to resolve this with black across from us. I'm going to go ahead and jam Cutthroat here. I got to get through some counter spells if they have them. Yep, it's definitely blue-black. It's looking like Grixis typically. Usually runs the tar pit. Usually does. We'll swing in here. If they have a Snapcaster, by all means, go for it, opponent. Okay. Tar pit doing tar pit things. I'll just cast an Opt casually here. End step. Growing Cutthroat. Could be Drowns and Taskers. We'll put this on top because I can do that again and grow this some more. Repeals this dude. Okay. Let's bottom this. I'm not expecting too many creatures from my opponent. Go ahead. I almost want to just flash this in at upkeep and tap down black, but let's see if they want to do anything here. Oh. Oh. Interesting card. Let's go for it because I'm crazy. Expecting a counter. Condescend for 1. Not really expecting that card. If he had land to play and ritual, you win. Oh gosh, we're still talking about that. Still talking about it. It's the good uns. Unnarset, maybe? Prismatic Vista. I have no idea at this point what my opponent's doing. Does look like it's just straight blue-black at this point. But my opponent seems to be doing some magical things to us. Do we counter something here? There's the Narset. Do I care about this? I almost don't think I care about this, if I'm being frank here. Get an island. Narset's pretty good. She's pretty good, but we're going to get rid of her here in a second. I might get Dark Dealed. That would be rough. Dark Dealed would be rough. Alright, Cutthroat here, Cutthroat here. Pretty easy double Cutthroat here. We fetched the basic island because I saw a Condescend earlier. So Remand, so we'll play Cutthroat number 2. Okay. So I think we can just casually hit this Narset. It obviously shuts a little bit of our Cryptic Command shenanigans. But I don't mind it sticking around right now. We could do Cryptic Command, counter bounce, or we can do something else. We could even flash in this other one here and like counter a Remand with Spell Snare or counter it with Cryptic if we want. That resolved. Okay. I don't have any black mana to turn this on. What is this? Each player draws a card, then discards a card. So they're going to make me discard here. That's fine. I'll discard a land. That's fine. Totally acceptable. Move to combat here. I think I'm good with attacking both at Narset just this one turn. And we'll just casually pass it here. Cryptic into Fetch Sanctuary. Could have done that, yeah. The line from earlier. Playing the difficult lines here. Testing the quality of the deck. Can it get us there? Cool. Alright, so we have a Misty here. This becomes what, a 3-2? Yeah, let's just attack. If he wants to trade Tar Pit for this, then they're off double black. I plan to do nothing for the rest of this game. Planning to do nothing. Draw and discard. Sure. Sure. I'll take Pestermite. If an opponent would draw a card, except the first one, they draw in each of their draw steps. Instead, that player skips that draw. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just counter and return a permanent to hand. I'm going to do this because I believe we'll be good with this Pestermite here. We're going to fetch the Sanctuary that we have, put Cryptic on top, play the Pestermite at end step, grow both things. Okay. Scour was played here. In response to the Sanctuary, I'm going to go ahead and put the Cryptic on top. And in response to it, I'm going to go ahead and play a Pestermite to see what my opponent does here. If my opponent counters the Pestermite, I might not want the Cryptic. So we're drawing and discarding here. That's fine. Strange. Cryptic. Now I feel really good here. Pestermite just taps this land down. We're at their end step. This clears the board. I don't foresee any problems with slamming Kiki here. And we'll go ahead and put it on top. I don't mind drawing it. They believe that is what we're drawing, so it is the kind thing to do to let them know that we had the combo in hand. Right? It's the kind thing. Most kind. Alright, so what do we have? We have a blue-black control list across from us. To be fair, with Force in the format, Kiki almost feels better than Twin. Kinda does, doesn't it? Kinda does. Okay. Force feels fine. Peak is feeling a little bit questionable. I could see Sinkhole being important in this matchup to kill Gurmag Angler, for example, although I don't think that's where they're headed. Force of Despair. Good. Yes, it could. That would be a card. I think the Brazen Borrowers can be sidelined here. Because we're game 2, we won the first game, and I didn't really see any creatures I have to worry about. We did have a Narset we might have to worry about, though. Yeah. You think Jason Narset? That's fine. Like, then Blood Moon's not really worth it here. We're looking at Spell Pierce, Magnetic Sink, and like 2 Crackling Drakes, probably. Plague Engineer? Plague Engineer could be a problem. We have bolts to deal with that. Force of Negations feel good here. Spell Snare hits a few things. We'd actually take the Spell Snares out to be a little more heavier on the removal. Kind of like these out. Pressures Walkers well. Return target non-land permanent opponent controls to its hand. Becomes a 3/1. Okay. It's a Fairy Rogue. This is a Fairy Rogue. Those would both die. Spell Snare is boss against Drown in the Lock. Yeah. I don't feel like I care about Drown in the Lock, though. They didn't really show it to us. Alright, let's cut 1 bolt instead. Bring the Spell Snare back. I'm going to cut 1 Snapcaster for 1 Borrower. But that's because I really want to bring these in, I think. Snapcaster gets worse with the second Sinkhole anyway. This feels okay. I don't need to hard counter. We're a combo tempo deck. I really don't need to actually hard counter. That wouldn't be how this deck is built. Just my 2 cents. The 2-drop looter. Jace. Alright. Let's find out if Spell Snare would have been nice to have right here. Appears my opponent's doing nothing. I bet they get me here. Nope. Okay. I thought they would. And a pair of Cutthroats. It's Gaia Reach on a creature as a tap ability. Sounds frightening. Alright, so we have 2 approaches to this Narset that they want to play. We could Spell Pierce it, or we could Lightning Bolt it when they down tick, assuming a down tick. Just 1 on 1 life against mono red deck. Got super lucky. Nice. Alright, what are we ditching here? Ditch a Snapcaster. Seems like the weakest card. You think Drake? Nah, Drakes are top end here. Drakes are top end. It's a 0-4 right now, but it's going to be a big boy soon. The biggest of boys. Also, Snapcaster doesn't hit anything in the yard. Alright, they get us with one of their Spell Snares. We're pretty far off? No. We're going to draw those lands. This game's going long anyway. An Invasive Flyer seems like a fine thing to do here. I wonder if they'll have another Spell Snare for me. Do I care? What are they going to name? Kiki-jikis? They can name Kiki-jikis. I could also just Cutthroat here and Spell Pierce. That's probably the better line. Probably name that Kiki-jiks. Cutthroat and Pierce. 3 mana, make a 3/2. And you don't get to do anything with that stuff. Then we have Snapcaster Spell Pierce as well. This is coming together. Magical Christmas lands happening on this stream. Yeah, I don't think it matters much, but Oh. Disrupting Shoal, getting rid of a Spell Pierce. You may name your card Kiki-jikis. What would you like to name, opponent? Name's Kiki-jiki. You can take the 2. Alright, 45 cards left in the deck. Woo, we're almost dead. Almost dead. Having Snap Pierce is nice too. We have Bolt, we have Remand. We'll probably just pressure with Cutthroat for a while. It's a shame Drake doesn't have Flash, though that would probably be a little broken. Probably be a little broken. Just shelve the Drake for now? Yeah. We'll swing for 3 here and pass turn. Opponents missed a land drop. They decided to Disrupting Shoal for some reason. I think we're in a good spot. If he Wraths in a few turns, yeah, if he gets around to doing that Wrath shenanigans. Tyrant's Scorn here. I almost want to Snap Pierce this. But I'm kind of afraid. Here. We'll go for it. The fear here is that they have Snare or they have a second Spell Pierce here. That is the fear. I don't think we can be fearful, though, here. I think we just got to fire it off and go, you got to have it. And if they have it, they have it. If they don't, we have a 5/4 on board. Disrupting Shoals again, getting rid of a Condescend. You may kill my 4/3, or my 5/4 now. You got it. They're, like, out of cards. Land and I slam Drake here. Right? Do I slam Drake here? It feels correct. I don't think they're running that many. That many things that are going to ruin me here. Yeah, he's ruined his hand. This is an opportunity for him to open up here. The Drake's not a big threat just because our graveyard's been kind of consumed by Snapcaster at this point. This gives them an opening if they have it. If not, I think we take this game over. Narset's a fine one here. Totally okay. I can clear that by attacking, and then I leave myself with a lot of cryptics and stuff. There's another Narset. Alright. So I'm pretty confident we basically just win here. It's like a bold statement, but I'm sitting here with a cryptic that I'm about to get back after they try to play this Narset. I have Spell Pierce backup in case things go wrong. Short of a supreme verdict here, I think we're okay. Oh, and they don't do anything here? That's fine. A Vendilion Click. I actually just remand that. That seems fine. Get in for 4 here. They probably have Dead of Winter. Wouldn't be my guess, if anything. Yeah, they got some snow-covered lands over there. Yeah, Damnation's a possibility as well. I'm not sure I care about this card. Do I care enough about this card? I don't believe I do. End step, we're just going to bolt them. Gets a Disrupting Shoal. Great. Another one of those cards. Alright, let's just bolt them. I can bolt them, I can opt them, and I can leave Spell Pierce open here. And then this is lethal here. Bottom that card. It's a cool card. I don't need it here. Don't need it. Let him for 5. I know we're not in a league, but that makes us 4-0 with this list. This list is sweet. We'll have to take it into a league at some point here. It's a sweet list. Glad we got a chance to play it. Here's the list in front of you. If you like screenshots, you can also do an exclamation point deck and get the list as well. Cal Momo has put in the chat a couple times as well the Reddit post that details out what this is doing. Let's go for the 5-0. It is past 10:30. I do have to go to bed. I will give you guys this list here with Cal Momo's knowledge, and go finish the 5-0 for us. I will probably do a league soon. Soon. I don't know. I think I need to do a prison list here maybe this Friday. This weekend I will not be streaming because I've got a few things going on. But I could definitely see maybe next Monday or Wednesday streaming this particular build. Yeah, there's the Reddit list.